Assalamu alaikum and hi, all brilliant mathematicians. So this is your favorite graph paper. Actually, when I was organizing my desk, I found some leftover graph papers. So I thought that it is better to explain in paper than to explain in board because we don't have that graph board. That is the reason I draw irregular squares, and that is very quite tough to draw there and explain all the things. So I was thinking of explaining it here, and I will use this what say. So the first thing, I hope you remember, but still I'm saying you that you should take graph paper with perfect squares. Okay? There should be no rectangle or no trapezium or any other shapes. Okay? It should be perfectly square. So this is my favorite graph paper. I don't know from which company. It's 8 inch by 10 inch. You can look for this. And I saw in the class most of you are using this graph paper. That is good. And some of you were using that red and blue graph paper with irregular squares, and you will not get correct graph in that. Correct points there. So you should skip that. Okay. So first you have to take a page like this and then fold it into 4 parts. So from one page you can draw 4 graphs. Okay. And the second thing you have to do, you have to use a transparent scale. This is better to use transparent scale so that the measurement always come right. Okay, it should always go through the lines here. You shouldn't use that 30-inch long scale because it is very tough to draw in this small size paper with that big scale. Okay, and also you shouldn't use this kind of steel scale that is not transparent. Okay, then maybe there will be some mistake in measurement. So it is better to use this kind of transparent scale while drawing graphs. Okay, and the next important thing is pencil, of course. So this is my personal favorite, Methode Neon Dark Plus, for drawing graphs or any figure or any diagram. Okay, and this is also one of my favorite. The name is gone here. This is basically Petra Phoenix Gold 4B. I would suggest that if you want to take any other pencil, it must be 2B, okay? And also check one thing, that it should not smudge, okay? Like if you draw a line, it should not smudge somewhere, okay? So make sure that your pencil is not smudging. Okay, so these are some important equipments to draw graph. But before that, we have to know something basic about graphs, and that is, who gave the idea of graph? Okay, the name of that mathematician is René Descartes, and he was French mathematician. And according to his name, this kind of graph is known as Cartesian graph or Cartesian plane. Okay, and also coordinates we will use here is also known as Cartesian coordinates. Okay, so I'm using this pencil. So always remember, while drawing graphs, your line must be replaced. Your line must be fall on the line. Okay, it should not cut any of the squares. The squares should be perfect always. So I'm taking like this. Look like this, so that you don't cut any of the any of the square. So I'm done with one axis. So before drawing any graph or plotting any points, we have to draw axis. So this is one axis and this is another axis. Okay. If you are drawing only one graph, make sure that you are drawing axis in full. Don't draw half like this, half like this. If you have only few points here, then cut this graph to a little more smaller and then draw there. But that is not preferable, okay? I would prefer like this, that you should take this paper and you should draw axis in whole. So I am considering this as X, O, x prime. Okay, the thing I forget to say, arrow is masked in axis. Okay, so I'm drawing arrow, and now we are naming the axis. This is x prime, and this is y prime. Okay, so this is this horizontal line is x-axis and this vertical line is y-axis. They also got some beautiful name, that is x-axis is also known as abscissa. Okay, abscissa. I'm using this pencil for more dark. Okay, so x-axis is also known as abscissa and y-axis is also known as ordinate. What? Ordinate. Okay, now if we put in a value here, we will get coordinate. Okay, so let's see, this is ordinate and that is coordinate. So in the point where x-axis and y-axis intersect, that point is called origin. This O is for origin. Okay, and then the value of this point is 0, 0. That means always remember, in coordinate, the first value is always x value and the second value is always y value. Okay, so the first one is x value. That means on the x-axis it will go nowhere, it will stop here, so it's 0. And then the second value is y value, or simply ordinate. It's also 0 because it's also not going through the axis. Okay, now suppose I want to take 0, 5. So x is 0, that means it will not go to x-axis or it will not go to parallel to x-axis. Okay, then the 5 value, it will go through y-axis as this is y value, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So never count the origin 1 because the origin is 0, 0, right? So it will be 0 and the next square will be 1 from 4 sides. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this point is 0, 5. Now what in the case of 5, 0? That means there is x value, there is abscissa, but there is no ordinate. That means it will go through x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this point is 5, 0. Okay. By the way, if you get minus coordinate, then what you will do? For that, you have to know where to. Oh, I forget to say about quadrant. So after intersecting two axes, we are getting 4 sections, right? So the first section here is known as first quadrant. It is first quadrant. And the second section is known as second quadrant. I hope you remember I said in the class that it always go anti-clockwise. So this is first, this is second, and this is third. So this is third quadrant. And this is fourth quadrant. So it will always go anti-clockwise. And now we have to know about which kind of value will the first quadrant takes, or second quadrant, third quadrant, or fourth quadrant. So here it is always both are positive. Both abscissa and ordinate both are positive. Okay, and here abscissa is negative and ordinate is positive. If you feel difficulty in saying abscissa and ordinate, you can simply say x value and y value. Okay, so I'm saying that. So here both x value and y value both are negative, and here x value is positive and y value is negative. Okay, so see, it was plus 5, so it have gone here because in this portion y-axis here also positive, here also positive, right? So it's gone here. And if it was 0 minus 5, so see, y is minus here, y is also minus here, and it will not go through x-axis, so it will go through y-axis, so it will go down from the origin. All you have to count all the point, okay, from origin. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 0, minus 5. What in the case of minus 5, 0? Look, x is minus here as also here. So it will be in this section in so in second and third quadrant, x is minus. And in first and fourth quadrant, x is plus. That means we can say that in this portion, in this half, x is always positive. In this half, x is always negative. And again, look, y is plus here, y is plus here. So in this half, y is always positive. In this half, y is always negative. So I'm saying half, though it is not half, I'm saying half according to the axis. Okay. So from the line axis, it is here, 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 here. Okay. So now minus 5, 0. That means it will not go through x-axis as the, we have to count minus 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is minus 5, 0. And why it will not go up? Because why it will not go up or down? Because y is 0. Okay. Similarly, can you find a value for this point? If I simply give you this point and tell you to plot the point, can you do that? Very simple. First, we have to go through x-axis and find the x coordinate. And then we have to go up or down according to the point given. And then we have to find that y value. And thus we will get the coordinate. So this is coordinate. So let's see. We have to go for x first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we have to go up to reach this point, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 10 through x and it's up. It's parallel to y. It is 5. So this is coordinate. What is this? Coordinate. So I hope now you can tell me the names, right? X-axis is abscissa, y-axis is ordinate, and the point is coordinate. And this is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. And both value are positive here, both value are negative here. X is minus here, and x is minus and y is plus. X is plus, y is minus. Okay. So this is ordinate, and it is very important. Ordinate will be always closed by first bracket, and x value and y value will be always separated by comma. Clear? And finding the points is known as plotting the points. So I hope you can plot the points now, right? If I say you to find 5, 10, can you do that? Let's see. We have to go for 5, 10. Can you do? Look, 1. So both are positive. It will be definitely in the first quadrant. So we have to count in this quadrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10 up as y, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this point is 5, 10. Okay. Similarly, if I tell you to find minus 5, 10, so it will be in this quadrant. So as this is, there is so rough, so I'm not doing it here. What if minus 5 minus 10? What would you do? Minus 5 minus 10 will be here, right? This value will be here because x value is also negative, y value is also negative. Minus 5 minus 10. That means we have to go through x-axis minus 5, and then we have to go through y-axis. That means y parallel to y-axis minus 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now we are done with x-axis. Now about y-axis. So minus 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this point is minus 5, minus 10. Is it clear, my dear mathematicians? I hope it is clear. And if you don't think it is clear, then we will meet in the school. Ask me again. Okay? That's all for today. Thank you.